Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here to give you a persuasive speech on why the United States should abolish the death penalty. The special purpose is to let the audience know the gravity, the impact that the death penalty has upon our society. I disagree with with capital punishment because it had too many variables. According to NCADP, research shows that over 90 million Americans disagree with the death penalty, and they want it off the table. The variables in which it has is like politician, political. If a person is elected official is want to be elected again, he got to do something to execute somebody. Poor representation. Did the defendant have a good lawyer? Unfair trial. Did all the evidence was presented, or was people coerced to say what they said during the trial? Bias and discrimination. Or were they motive racial or what? And last is the innocent. Innocent might be executed. We got to make sure that they have the right person. The main topic is to let the American people know, to understand that capital punishment operate unfairly. It harms the very people that it is set up to protect. That's some of the main points of the capital punishment is that capital punishment is it don't help the situation. It makes it worse. Capital punishment, it costs more to execute an individual than it does to keep them in prison for life. Capital punishment do not stop a crime. Crime still goes on. The justice system isn't infallible. So with the idea of executing one innocent person, it's too big of a risk for us to take. Okay? So, with that being said, let's go to the body and support. Brian Stevenson, the director of Equal Justice, states that the 1875 Civil Rights Act of discriminatory jury selection is still going on today. People of color are being excluded from jury selection on capital punishment cases. With this bias and discrimination going on, it undermines the whole credibility of capital punishment. Richard Dietrich, another one, the executive director of Death Penalty Information Center, says, many of us are just like politicians. We're afraid to be viewed as a weak-kneed, insensitive towards a victim. But if we put this into our everyday conversation, you'll see that the capital punishment has flaws, and we need to get rid of it. The NCADP was established in 1976. This is the National Coalition Abolish the Death Penalty. It's for Gregg versus the state of Georgia. And they tried to stop the execution of Gregg, but the Supreme Court upheld the execution. So the NCADP is still vital today. It's not only to stop the death penalty here in the United States, but it's also to stop the death penalty around the world. Since the existence of the NCADP, he had got 6 states to take the death penalty off of the table. It also has reduced the number of death penalty sentences. Another key organization is the Amnesty International. It campaigns strongly against the torture of prisoners and abuse of prisoners. I guess we all know about the Guantanamo Bay during the war and the whole 9 yards of that. That's what it affected. So, in conclusion, It is up for us to stop the use of the death penalty. It don't serve a purpose. It don't serve a purpose. It don't stop the crime or anything. So, with that being said, I can go back over the main views of this here. What we have talked about. We have discussed the gravity, the impact, the death penalty has on our society. We have discussed the flaws in the decision of the death penalty, and also I have discussed the agents that is affiliated with the death penalty that trying to stop the death penalty. So, in closing, the common denominator that which everybody say why we use capital punishment, it is there to deter criminal. But it can't be true because we still have crime. Our society still have crime. So, with that being said, let's not perpetuate the same cycle that the death penalty is doing. Let's stop the death penalty. Thank you.
All right.